Well, it's been a busy day already. It's Wednesday morning. This morning I was actually out. I went out doing some product testing for Matrix. I can't, unfortunately, in this video let you know what product that was and how it's going, but I will be letting you know about that as soon as I possibly can. But yeah, we've got another very interesting product coming out. So I've actually been out for an hour just testing that product out. I raced home, and then I've just spent about an hour and a half starting the edit of the Iberian Masters film that I know lots of you are waiting to see. So I have started editing that. I'm hoping to get that done by Monday. To be nice to get it done by Friday this week. So as soon as that is finished, I will be uploading that to YouTube for you. I then quickly had some lunch, and then I've replied to some of the messages that I've been getting. And one of the key things that I've been getting asked about is what it's obviously the costs involved in last week's festival or the Iberian Masters, but one of them, as well, as you can imagine, is that how much would it cost to actually drive over there. Now, if you are up to date on the updates and things, and if you possibly know how we arrange things this year, we actually put 10 lots of gear into a van, into a hire van, and that was driven over there by Mark, Morris and Jay Minter. Now they are actually back in England now, they are home. So I am now going to drive, it's going to take me about an hour and a half down towards Grantham, which is where Mark Morris lives, which is where he lives, and I'm going to go and collect my tattle. So who better to let us know what the drive was like going through France and through Spain with the van, because he can let us know about the tolls and all that sort of thing that are involved. So I'm going to get on the A1 and go down and have a quick chat with Mark. Well, that took a little bit longer than planned. There was actually an accident on the A1, so that's coming round the back way, that way. So it's just started raining as well, so I'm going to get the gear in the van and then we'll have a quick chat with Mark.
You right?
How you doing?
Not too bad.
Welcome home.
Thank you very much. I see you.
Come on in.
You're not having it.
Here he is.
Right.
He's back. Welcome home.
Afternoon.
Right. I've had loads of questions, but one of the first questions was, how many miles is it? Did you clock it?
Yeah.
Go on, how many miles is it?
1,294 miles.
Right.
Obviously, most of it's on the other side of the channel.
Yep.
And we left early Sunday morning. A couple of pickups on the way. Eurotunnel at 2:20 in the afternoon. You gain an hour when you get to the other side.
Yep.
And then we drove about 600 miles in the next 8 hours.
Wow. That was you and
me and Jay Minter.
Jay Minter. What did you do? Just keep swapping then every few hours?
Swapping every couple of hours.
Yeah.
Filled up with diesel a couple of times. You get the odd toll booth down there. Their motorways are a bit different to ours.
Yeah.
Stayed overnight about 30 miles north of Lyon. Got there really late, didn't really matter as long as it was somewhere to rest your head for a few hours, and then got up at 6 o'clock the following morning. Lyon, Montpellier, along the south of the French coast of the Mediterranean, very pleasant. It would have been nice if it had been 10 or 15 degrees warmer, no doubt. Over into Spain, which is basically a toll booth. Nobody even asks you for your passport, never mind any other documentation.
Really? Right, I didn't know that.
I'll come back to
yeah,
the Eurotunnel crossing, and then down past Barcelona and Valencia, and we got to Calera, which is where the hotel was.
Yeah.
Just after 7 o'clock in the evening. Quick shower, down for dinner, couple of beers.
Fantastic. That was going to be one of the questions. What I mean, in the current climate, what was it like with your COVID paperwork and documents? Did you get asked to produce all that?
It was really straightforward. You make your Eurotunnel booking. We had a big Mercedes long wheelbase Sprinter van.
Yeah.
340 quid for the return crossing, which was a bit more expensive than previous years. We had to upload the advanced passenger information, name, date of birth, inside leg measurement, passport number, that sort of thing. Nothing complicated at all. And then upload a copy of your QR code to show that you've had the booster jab. Not really interested in numbers 1 and 2 as long as you've had the booster.
Right.
and then a sworn statement to say that you've not been in contact and shown any symptoms in the last 14 days.
Right, okay.
Again, upload that for the journey out 48 hours beforehand. Take your passports with you, show them at customs, and that was that. French customs asked what was in the van. We told them what was in the van. We didn't transport any live maggots, casters, no worms. I think the odd bag of ground bait and a bit of sweet corn was there, but that was all personal use.
Yeah.
No further questions asked.
Fantastic.
And then on the way back, I think the dog's being sick. You'd be delighted to know.
Are you all right
Really
down there? He's trying to swallow that football.
Trying to swallow that football, yeah. Go on. On the way back, again, you upload similar information. When we were in Spain a couple of nights before, got to Eurotunnel at Calais. They did open the van. They did have a cursory look inside a couple of bags. Adam Wakeling's feeders were particularly of interest to the Frenchman that looked at them. And then he shone a torch into the various gaps that he could see, presumably looking for the odd stowaway. Inside the bulkhead, quick look at our passports, on we went, and just drove off at the other end. Really straightforward.
That's great,
Really
great to hear. I've got to ask you, Mark, would you do it again?
Absolutely. My name's Dan already.
There you go. Just to sign off, I've had probably 3 or 4 messages already since yesterday about people who want to compete in this event, or the Iberian Masters, but they want to drive. Have you got any sort of little bit key tips or any little bit of advice for anybody that is thinking about doing that?
Don't go on your own. Have somebody to co-drive with, because it is a long, long way. French motorways are not like UK motorways. They are nowhere near as busy. There's a few tolls on the way down. There and back has cost us in the region of £210 in toll charges.
Just tolls, that's return.
Just return, that's return, just toll charges.
Okay.
And diesel, we budgeted £650, and the increase in diesel costs has hurt. It's north of £900 to get there and back on diesel. So we transported 10 guys' gear.
Yeah.
So the hire of the van,
Yeah.
the diesel and the toll booths is pretty expensive. If there's only 2 of you going, you're going to be spending not far that, you've still got the toll booths to pay. You won't have as much diesel because you're not going to have as big a vehicle, I wouldn't expect. You'll be slightly cheaper on the Eurostar because it'll be a smaller vehicle.
Okay.
But you're going to burn a hole in £2,000 for a couple of you.
And days as well, so you'll have 2 days either side.
2 days either side. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
No, thank you so much for doing it for all us lads, but I'm glad you've enjoyed it anyway.
I love it. It's a fabulous event. I'd recommend it to anybody. It's a different way of fishing. The camaraderie and the friendship is fabulous. It doesn't matter if you don't speak a word of Italian, Spanish, French or Romanian. The language of fishing is excellent. It breeds friendship. You share ideas. Nobody objects to you looking at your kit. They certainly didn't want to look much at mine, but that's fair enough as far as I'm concerned.
Fantastic, Mark. Well, thanks again, mate. Glad you're home safe. And we've got to wait another year now before we can do it all over again.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
All right. Cheers.
The ball's had it. He's killed it. It's dead. So I've finally got my tattle back. It's great to see Mark and that him and Jay Minter got back safely. That's the main thing, isn't it? So I've got my gear back now. Hopefully that answers a few of the questions that I've been getting asked over the last few days about that particular event and what it's like travelling over in Europe, certainly now in the current situation of COVID and obviously since Brexit. So I hope you found this useful. If you have, please give it a nice big thumbs up. I've got my tattle, so I'm out on the bank tomorrow with Matrix, so I will be uploading a video for you tomorrow just showing you where we are and what we're up to.